Hi, let us have a quick understanding on the relation between images, containers, and registry. As we had discussed in the overview, image is like a template on how a particular container should get created. And from the image, I can create a number of containers. And containers are the actual entity which is going to do the job, and there are a lot more within the containers in terms of networking, volumes, and all that we will be discussing it later point of time. So from the image I can have a number of containers getting created, and the daemon or the machine from where I am going to create the container, I can have a collection of images. And at the organization level, I may have a registry which is going to hold the image collection. So registry acts like a repository where I can have a number of images, and within registry I will be having the repository, and each repository will be handling one image, and every repository can have multiple versions based on the tags. So basically tags are nothing but it's like multiple version of a particular image. Say for example, I may have MySQL, and MySQL may have n number of images. Simple example, hub.docker.com is a public registry. Like that I can have private registry as well. Within that, if I search for MySQL, I may have different repository for MySQL. Of that, one going to be the official MySQL repository. Within MySQL repository, I may have different tags. Depending on the version I wanted, I can go for that specific tag and I can get it from this particular registry. So I can get an image from the registry, and one another way, I can create my own custom images from a Docker file. So this particular process of getting an image from a Docker file, we call that as a build process, and we are going to have detailed discussion on how to have and how to create a Docker file and how to do this build operation to get the image, and from the image how to create the containers and how to add the image into the registry and how to manage or maintain the repository. And even there are some ways available where I can store the image as a flat file, and from the flat file I can get back the image. This process also we will be seeing, and once if I have the collection of images, I may need to maintain the collection of images. For that I am going to have the image maintenance, like listing the images available, removing an image, as well as copying an image, changing the tag of particular image. Basically the image management we can do. Overall, image is going to be the core template where we are going to have a dedicated section to discuss about the Docker file, images, containers, registry, as well as how to handle the images. In a quick summary, we had discussed what is the relation between the image, Docker file, container, registry, as well as the management of these particular entities.